dominant. Men are meant to be submissive. They're meant to be worker ants. They're supposed to listen to women.
As y'all just seen from the beginning of the video, we have more and more feminine men coming out saying what men should or should not be. And he said, or both of them said, that men are supposed to be worker ants. Shout out to the Poor Man's Podcast. I definitely rock with your channel, you hear me though, for at least the edutainment part of it. And I think from this video he was clearly stating that men are not just worker ants, but in retrospect, the things that he showed in this short clip was nothing but men being worker ants and soldier ants for a system that we don't even know where this system is taking us as a collective. I'm gonna finish this video out. Lasso 2V, make sure you like and subscribe, man. Got that oat milk, that iced coffee. Oh, what that is? I am subscribed.
Women, you are a queen. They are worker ants. That's how we.
Men as a whole, I'm not taking anything away from us as a whole. We do amazing work. We do incredible work. We do divine work. We do the devil's work at the root of a lot of these different things that we, quote unquote, do for occupation. Just like men built most of this, men built most of the infrastructure. Walk across. Men built most of the infrastructure, and as we see today, most of the infrastructure is a detriment to the environment as a whole. So, in reality, men are worker ants, and know why we're worker ants? Because we're doing different things in different occupations, and most men not asking the question of if this is detrimental to the environment or to humanity as a whole. This is what this video is about. Are you with the revolution or are you with the evolution of man? Are you with the revolution of mankind or are you with the evolution of mankind? I'm glad you put this question up here. I love answering questions. That's why, I ain't never gonna have no problem with nobody questioning anything I got to say in my comment section. It says, what would the world look like without men in traditional masculinity? Yo, that shit's so funny to me. What do you mean, what the fuck would the world look like, nigga? See, I'm like Will Smith. You see how I just laughed that off and then now I just snap to a whole different person where I really want to smack the fuck out of the person who asks some stupid ass shit like this? What do you mean what would the world look like without traditional men? Or without men in traditional masculinity? The world would look like what it looked like before these settlers and pilgrims came over here and started to settle and civilize the whole world. The world looked at perfectly perfect before a certain genre of men came over into the Americas or started to travel and settle across the world. The world looked at perfect. Nothing was wrong with the world. There was no pollution. There was no famine. There was no I said pollution. There was no infrastructure that was detrimental to the planet as a whole. It was a lot of things that it was more animals abundance. It was more vegetation. It was more resources. Ever since man then came with this traditional masculinity shit, they just been stripping the planet of all its natural resources, all of its natural properties, all of its natural people, all of the natural animals. Everything that was once was natural is now a genetically modified version of it. So what would the world look like without man? It would look like a more traditional organic world than this fake GMO world that we living in now. So I answered the question.
Because men do not have the ability to think for themselves. They don't. They don't have.
Men don't have the ability to think for themselves, but then here go a young man that decided to go and transfer into the opposite sex. So if men doesn't have the ability to think for themselves, how, as you being a young boy, did you come to the conclusion in your own head that you wanted to be a woman now? If men can't make a decision for themselves, so that means the decision that you made wasn't actually a decision that you made for yourself. That's all, Your Honor.
Intellect. We women must take charge. They are useless without us. They can't do nothing. Feminism all the way.
Oh shit. This is the picture I want to stop on right here. Like I said, I rock with the Poor Man podcast. But out of all the shit that you can find for man shit, look what he had to go back to. Europeans, Greeks, Greek gods and shit like that. That's not traditional. That's none of this shit is traditional. They were on a different they were in a different point of time at that time. You say, hold on, duh. No, stupid motherfucker. They was living the same life that we live in now in this patriarch type society that we live in, or this democratic type world we live in. This is the lifestyle that they lived back then in that time. So they were already living in a future version of the time that they were in back then. This is why I said a lot of people still think we living in the present, or we living in the present before the future. But in reality, we're living in the future right now. So why get one of these itty bitty cock ass Greek gods and put him on the screen as if this represents what real masculinity is? If anybody know anything, these is all men tugging over one other man, and he holding a snake in control while the snake is biting him. How does this represent masculinity? How does this represent traditional masculinity and how the world would be if we didn't have men like this? The world would be in a better place if we didn't have men like this and Ptolemy Sotomayor and a lot of different people like that. And if you don't know who Ptolemy Sotomayor is, you should do your own research, and then you will come to the more clearer understanding of why we worship this image that looks like who they look like, aka Jesus, but in reality it's really just Ptolemy. Look, more Greek people. This is what real masculinity looks like, huh? Poor Man podcast. This is what you indulge your life in. This is who you worship. This is who you want to pass down your lineage as far as if this is where you come from. We don't come from people that look like this. We don't come from doing shit to people like this. We ain't have naked statues of us and shit laying around with goddamn the tiniest penises in the fucking planet. No, we ain't do little shit like that. You show one picture of Muhammad Ali, then you had to jump back to more and more powerful white men, because if you probably Google dictionary you look up traditional masculinity and all this shit, this is what the shit that's popping up. Abraham Lincoln and George Washington and shit like this. Really? This is what traditional masculinity look like? These are the people that was going around goddamn raping and pillaging every goddamn thing. So how the fuck is that traditional? I mean, that is traditional masculinity. That's why they say now in today's time, masculinity is so toxic, because the original meaning of traditional masculinity was a toxic trait to have. Most of these Anglo-Saxons and all, most of these white men, they had a toxic masculinity where they felt like every woman belonged to them. Anything that they took belonged to them. Shit like this is a part of the evolution. So this is what I mean. It's black brothers that's out here perpetuating certain shit on social media, and they think they are part of the revolution, but in reality, you just helping fuel evolution, because you're not actually going back to solve any of those evolutionary theories that may be true or false. You just going along with the narrative because it's getting you X amount of views. Like I've been said, fuck a view, nigga. You heard me? Yeah. More white man, god damn. Oh, thank you. That's my first time seeing this whole video. What'd I say? Who I say? They had the Greek god on there the first time. He had the curly, woolly hair with the beard. What does it look like? This look like his goddamn descendants, which is a less physical fit version of the Greek gods. And I'm gonna break down what them Greek gods, who them Greek gods really was. Is we got one in modern time right now. People don't understand that he training to be more of a Olympic type god figure in the future. Man, watch. This nigga got Jesus up here. This is what traditional masculinity is. This is what traditional masculinity is. This is what masculinity is. Goddamn bending over and getting on your knees for other men. For the men that you think is of higher power than you. So in return, I cracked the code again. This is why so many men are so in need of this feminine woman, because they've been bending over backwards for other men. They've been getting on their knees for other men, and now they want the benefit to have the opposite sex do that for them, because in reality, when other men get in higher positions, what do they make the other men feel like? A bitch. They make you feel belittled. They make you feel like you are the opposite sex to them. This is why we have a lot of men in today's society that has said, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to the other side now, just like do at the beginning of the video, where he said men don't have the ability to think for themselves. But if you came out a boy and then you decided to, in your mind, that you didn't want to be a boy no more, didn't you come to that conclusion on your own? So then you're a hypocrite already by saying men don't have the ability to think for themselves, but you thought for yourself to choose that you want to be a girl now. So that makes you a fucking hypocrite.
Do that make them a double hypocrite? Because they say that God don't make mistakes, but then, like, you
ain't no such thing. Exactly. Once you're a hypocrite, it's like once you're see, this is the thing I said in my last video. That's why I say with niggas would be with the Christian shit. Nigga go out here, shoot people, kill people, but these motherfuckers still believe in God. Still believe in Jesus at the end of the day. Still ain't gonna denounce shit for the most part. Motherfuckers are like, yeah, I'm on demon time. Most of them niggas that say they on demon time, bro, if something happened to these niggas, they get a cut too deep. These niggas gonna run their bitch ass to the hospital and pray to God they ass live. If these niggas get shot, what you think run through these niggas' mouth when they shot? Not that demon time shit. You don't want to think about no demon getting you shot, bleeding out. Who the fuck wants to? So I want to know that if a nigga can be goddamn shot and be like, yeah, nigga, I'm still a demon. I'm still a savage. Why you bleeding out? Now that's some savage shit right there. I don't think it's too many niggas that's doing that. Niggas goddamn rolling around ain't saying shit. Don't know why? Because the shit flashing by they like flashing by through their eyes so goddamn fast they can't even fathom to say something in the moment of their last words. We had it in movies where a lot of people got to say their last word. We didn't see multiple people die on goddamn camera, and a lot of them didn't have, most of them didn't have no last words to say. We just seen them goddamn, they ultimate end, but they don't really be saying shit. Last time we seen something, the dude got shot in the car, and what he was saying to do on live, help me, help me. But just before that, 5-10 seconds before that, what you would do if a nigga came up and tried to shoot your ass, and then came over and killed your stupid ass? No, why? I guarantee that at that last point, why you think he was saying help me? Who he was talking to? You think he was really talking to him? He was talking to Jesus. He wanted Jesus to come help that boy. He wanted God to help his ass. That's what that masculinity shit gets you. You so masculine up until the point where your ass finna perish, and now you back on your fucking knees begging. Just like all these YouTube niggas do. They just get on their knees and put whatever content makes the people feel better. Begging. Hey, that's what masculinity is. Hold on. Do not allow the modern attack on men to affect you. Without traditional masculinity, our society will literally collapse in a day. Cool. I'm gonna break that down. No problem, Limo. I'm gonna agree with you. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. That's like if I'm a nigga and I go out here and goddamn get 3 women pregnant in 1 year, and they all are pregnant around the same time. There ain't no way I'm gonna be able to be in all them households at the same time. So of course, a couple of them households gonna fucking collapse. Anybody can fucking know that. They ain't shit special, bitch. I said, hold on, what you mean? What you mean? What the fuck do you think I mean? If they created all this bullshit, and they had, who created? Man. So only people that can keep this shit running is fucking man. So if I create a lot of shit, of course the same people are gonna have to keep this shit without in control, or it's gonna collapse. That's not a big thing. That's not a, we don't get fucking kudos for creating a whole bunch of fucking mechanically run farms and shit that's slaughtering animals and doing all this shit that's detrimental to the earth. We don't get kudos for that shit. Yep.
Could you say the same about feminine traits? Like if it's not being passed down, of course it's going to become now where women are more quote-unquote masculine because it's not being passed down in the right way.
Yeah, from the men. I don't get on my platform and talk about women because I'm not a bitch. So I get on here talking about niggas. That's why niggas don't barely want to listen to me. I know, because I'm talking about us, nigga. I ain't need to bitch about a whole bunch of bitches. Nigga, what the fuck? I'm gonna let the women gossip on their own. And if you want to tune in, or if you got a man or something like that, and you want to just see if he actually intellectually on your level, or intellectually past your level, or intellectually on the level that you want to get on, a lot of these men ain't on no intellectual level. That's why these women don't really care for them, because they don't have any intellectual properties that they can hold on to.
I could agree with that because, like, when I was younger, I'm pretty sure a lot of females felt like this. Like, you felt more like, it's like this feeling when your uncles and people came around, you had to have this type of composure.
Exactly. I gotta look a little more presentable.
Yeah, you're gonna look more presentable. You're gonna be more girly if you was a girl.
Exactly.
So you wasn't necessarily trying to be tough and come punch like, what's up, Uncle? Punch him, and he did all that stuff with the boys.
Exactly.
But now you got the uncles. They might call their little niece a little nigga.
Funny. And this is why I say a lot of these men, they think they doing revolutionary things, but in reality they just doing evolutionary things, and that is the detriment to society. So the more and more we keep this shit is nothing but the manosphere. We got a whole bunch of men that fear other man-made things. So man of fear, manosphere. Exactly. Y'all just scary as fuck of the infrastructure collapsing in front of y'all because y'all didn't attach yourself to that infrastructure so fucking bad. And now you need somebody to goddamn coddle you through this shit. So what you want? A feminine woman to coddle your bitch ass through this infrastructure that's fucking you in the ass, nigga. Fuck y'all talking about.
But
yeah,
wouldn't that leave them in a loop, kind of? Because then you got a nice handful of women that saying they want like a God-fearing man.
Yeah, but in reality they don't. That's why they hypocrites, because they don't want a God-fearing man.
You really don't want what comes with those type of men.
No, exactly. Know what comes with them? They just try to act more holier than thou, so they don't really want to do anything. So exactly, that's why I said in my last video, most people don't want to come out and say they full-blown Christians unless you just of that age or something like that. Because even that, you're not just upholding your Christian shit every time a motherfucker go out to have these girl trips. All them bitches believe in God. All you bitches get on your knees and suck actual dick and then get on your knees and pray. So, and most of you bitches don't even pray. And I ain't even saying you need to, but the same difference is you don't even have to get on your knees. It's a mental thing when you goddamn giving yourself over. See, it's your soul that's bending down and worshiping this goddamn thing, not your physical body. We don't get down on our knees too much more. So anybody that actually think people getting down on their knees, you a fucking goofy and get the fuck off my shit then. Exactly, nigga. I can answer questions before y'all even ask the shit. As far as evolutionary things, shit like this. Do not allow the modern attack on men to affect you. I don't feel affected at all, my brother. I just feel affected that got a lot of men coming on here and goddamn perpetuating one cycle of thing when in reality it's a whole nother side of thing that's going on. Like, if we this smart to talk about black women, so that's not really that smart. It's not really that educated. I don't give a fuck how many suits or how much Dolce & Gabbana goddamn cologne a nigga can spray on, or how many lofts a nigga can go to. That don't mean shit to me. Know why? Because all of this other shit that's going on, all these other white people, Tesla and goddamn fucking Mark Zuckerberg and all these people, if they can if they can have conversations and conventions about actual robotics and shit like this, and it's only smaller groups of people that can have, we can only still have panels to basically debate and argue over things, but we can't have any intellectual conventions where we can get together and bring different shit that we done actually made to the table and convene and bring those different ideologies of different things that we actually believe in into fruition together in different conventions. Know why black people we can't even do this? Most niggas that's on YouTube that actually speaking about something that actually they know can get them killed, we can't even goddamn group up with niggas because can't trust each other. We can't even trust each other. So then you talk about do not allow the modern attack on men to affect you. How the fuck can it not affect me when I can get on the YouTube and talk about some real actual shit and goddamn I can't even have a convention like the rest of the goddamn world can, because I don't know what other men's true intentions actually is, because I know I'm actually a revolutionary for the men, and I know a lot of these people are just in this evolutionary illusion that we are being propelled forward as a civilization, but in reality, we just being thrusted backwards. Reject the insanity of modernity. These people hypocrites. I'm sorry. How are we going to reject the insanity of modernity? Why not just say reject the insanity of modern times? Fuck that stupid ass word. How? We on the internet right now. You're projecting this insanity of a message through what? Modernity, which is goddamn social media. So if everybody that you was trying to get this message out rejected the insanity of modernity, which is social media, because everybody know the shit that we see on social media is what? Quote unquote insanity. The shit people post, the shit you can find on the internet is what? Insanity. So if we rejected that, how the fuck will we actually get to see the shit that we need to see? Understand the shit you be putting out, or goddamn when you saying the shit. That's why I don't write shit. If I can't say the shit right now in the live, in the flesh, it don't need to be said. Become strong. Do what you love. And be the best masculine man you can be. We got to put masculine in front of it. First, when I was growing up, it was just try to be the best man you can be. And then as I grew, got a little older, say, okay, now so I see what black men is. Now I got to try to be a better black man. Now we got be the best masculine man you can be, and then become strong. So now you already projecting on your people that most people that's gonna see this is weak. So now you telling everybody to become strong. Bitch, who the fuck said I ain't strong? Nigga, I don't never think I ain't strong. I ain't worried about not man, other creation doing something that I can't do to them. You hear me? Do what you love. I definitely agree with that. And be the best man you can be. Masculine. If masculine is only upholding and keeping this infrastructure together, I don't want to be masculine anymore. I don't want to be attached to that red pill, goofy, manosphere shit. Because I don't want to uphold this infrastructure as if this is the thing that's keeping me alive and my family alive. Because in reality, I don't give a fuck if this shit collapses or whatever happens. Because I know me and my immediate 1 and 2, I can go out into the goddamn wild and goddamn progress for the end of my time. So how long that's gonna be? How long until I'm goddamn not comfortable no more, motherfucker? Until exactly. Other people ain't willing or can't do that, so they have to depend on this infrastructure to stay intact for them to what? In retrospect, what? To be the best masculine man they can be. So that means go out into society and keep working on this system and working on this infrastructure that doesn't even give a fuck about us. That's gonna chew us up and spit us up out in the next coming years. So why are we going out here and giving all our masculine energy to this society that in return doesn't give a fuck about us? When you can have one black man be set up to go on stage and talk down about another black man, wife, regardless of the situation, and then now when another black man reacts however he reacted, now it's a problem. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. You got to choose which damnation is you willing to take. Revolution versus evolution. You know? It's still going. Shout out to whoever that was. I did want to.
Yo, have you tried TV?
Are you feeling bad?
I told you we watch commercials over here. You know, if I gotta watch an ad, edit it out.
What about you? Download Tubi
This is the
today.
future. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all all that screen sharing shit on screen. I guarantee in the future that shit is gonna be null and void.
If you can choose to be kind to your body with this
Everybody
bar
doing
made
it.
with almonds, imagine what other kind you'll.
Artificial intelligence, for years a dream of scientists and Hollywood producers. But also,
You heard it here. Exactly.
Lord.
They said this shit December 4th, 2020. I'm pretty sure they've been saying this shit. I never seen this video, but when I seen the first little second, I said hilarious. I've been saying in my videos that this shit is goddamn books, games, and movies. And what they said, Hollywood producer.
violent and destructive.
Funny as hell.
My name is Gemma Chan. I play a
Only need about 2 minutes.
futuristic
Yeah.
As the development
This is evolution right here.
every aspect of our lives.
But what they think the technology is revolutionary.
The world depicted in
Understand? It's a yin and
10
yang.
years away, 100 years away, or closer than we think. I'm going to meet some
And
of the
evolution
minds in science.
ain't nothing but revolution without the R. And my wife pointed that out. I said, exactly. So which one is which? Which one is which?
Humanity's full potential.
Exactly.
Others think the nightmare may just be about to begin.
We're worried that this will come out too soon. People will die. Once you have a kind of super.
What is too soon? That's what they're trying to figure out. They have nothing, no algorithm analysis to tell them if something is gonna be too soon or too late. They don't know what too soon is. So now they're gonna have to guess. How can they tell? How can they something tell them if it's too soon to release something? The algorithm never gonna tell you that because once you, like I said, once you release this algorithm in this smart computer and let it be able to freely collect data on its own and to be able to manipulate it and process it and to be able to put out uh, algor algorithm analysis or algorithm what do I say, codings, flows. So just like they got the algorithm where they put you in certain algorithms on YouTube, once you let the algorithm go and it can go to whichever or whatever stream of internet that's out that's available, there's no coming back from that. And they understand that. And they think, dang, do you think we can control it now? Do you think we can control it now? But it's no matter how much newer technology gets, you're never gonna be able to control it because the newer technology that you get, the AI gets.
Intelligent genie that's out of the bottle. It might not be possible to put it back in again.
To see just how far we can take the power of AI, we're conducting a unique experiment, building a robot version of me.
This is really the first time we've tried this, so it's very, very new.
It's really quite uncanny. A robot that looks like me is one thing. It's my nose. It can harness the power of artificial intelligence to actually think like me. I like the taste of cheese. Can we build a human? It's so strange.
I wonder. Damn, I need to skip back to the
Like me. I like the taste of cheese. Can we build a human? It's so strange.
There you go. It's damn hilarious. It's hard to catch it. It says human zero a dot. I mean human 0 1.A. Don't all the Android movies they start with? I mean they always have a number, and we'll wonder. I used to wonder, like, how they get to this certain number? Exactly. They already showing you. They giving you the thing. This is what it is. The human #1 Android or first Android, and this is just a recreation. So this is probably just a prototype version of shit that they already doing, and obviously they're gonna let you know that this is what they obviously already doing, and they're easing it in. And this is why I say you got people with this that think they own a revolutionary path, but in reality you just taking your people backwards because the way the future is going is this way. It ain't about masculinity and nothing like that. You think a robot gonna have masculine or feminine goddamn characteristics?
Hi. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nah, fuck that. I don't know if you caught that. That's, do you see that? See? Look, this is sad. Can't even tell which one's the real one. You don't, they ain't gonna tell you that. They already they clipped that part in there with it and put it in the same procedure after they created the one to trick your mental to see if you was gonna be able to pay attention, or they don't even want you to pay attention.
Like
they
the games would like spot the differences.
Yeah, but they don't want you to, so they slipped it in there just like it's like a magic trick. So if I show you something beforehand, it's like what they did on what that shit is. What that stuff called? It ain't 21. It's the other one. Where they were doing all the illusions and stuff like that. Damn, I forgot what that was called. Dang, that's a good movie too. That's one of my favorite movies. We know what it is.
It's a funny movie.
No, it's one that they be doing all the with the illusions and different stuff like that, and the magic tricks and stuff like that.
Damn, snapping like it's that simple.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot what it's called.
Just something. Damn.
Oh, now you see it.
Yes,
Exactly.
Now you see it.
Exactly.
Literally.
They slipped this in on people.
Now you see me. Now you.
It's no, now you see it, or now you see me. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Now you see me. Now you see me. Yep. They slipped it in so people would not even see the difference. But then this shows you furthermore that when this becomes more of a physical thing in the world or in our society that we live in, we won't be able to notice when they slip them in or when they slip them out. So how do we know when they slipped them in or when they slipped them out already? If they can easily just do this. I'm gonna play it back one more time. Because it's amazing. Because I know, I looked at it. You can tell, hold on, and they showed you that the eyes is going to be able to move in these motherfucking things. Come on. And she didn't let these people make them think about the person of her.
Is one of Europe's leading suppliers of prosthetics.
That's why everybody put all their information, all their data, all their shit to the cloud. They're going to have replication. They're going to have replicas of everybody. Look at that, a fucking baby. Oh my God. It looks...
So we produce these lifelike babies so that people can hold them. It's so weird.
For what? Why were they creating a goddamn real life replica of a baby so people can hold them? Who wants to hold a dead baby? That's all it replicates is a dead
because, that's
fetus.
Where they evolved from. Like some people, like in school, like they was taking care of like a baby egg, then it turned to a pack of flour, and then some people actually got to have the little real baby in school.
Oh, baby.
No, actually, an actual little fake baby that cry and stuff.
Oh, no, okay, yeah.
In parenting class in high school.
Something is to looking human.
But now
the weirder it feels.
It's what we call the uncanny valley, where your mind kind of knows that no matter how perfect something is, no matter how good the movement is or how realistic it looks, your mind knows that there's something not quite right.
I think I'm just going to put her down. Making a silicon duplicate will enable the robot builders to create a lifelike skin. A-E-I-O-U. My double will need to have hundreds of facial expressions, just like me, and they'll need to be in sync with what the artificial...
Look at this shit. People think, oh, damn, they need this gadget, they need this gadget. They doing all of this shit with 3 fucking phones. If all it takes is 3 phones to make a digital copy of somebody, a synthetic version of somebody, man, if this ain't the future right now, I don't know when ever will you get to the future. Because, nigga, I'm going back to the future now. You hear me, though? This...
brain is thinking.
Hi, lovely to meet you.
Revolution versus evolution is a big fucking difference. This is the evolution of human history. The revolution is something that's outside of all of the synthetic shit that's going on. And it's a slim line between being revolutionary and getting lost in this evolutionary illusion that they have us living in.
It's so cool.
TV Le Star for the Star 9, man. La Sue 2V.
And on the wall behind you are some of the people who had the pleasure of webcasting before.
Is that cool?
Look at that.
Yes.
It is, yes.
That's it.
See, I'm glad. Did you just see all of them damn faces? Them all look like older white men. Rich, powerful white men faces. So how you know, man? You can think whoever that you want them to be. They looked at like political figures and other rich investors and shit. Know why? They already getting a synthetic version of themselves ready for the future. The deep future. We're already in the future. There's no such thing as getting ready for the future. It's either you there or you ain't, or you on your way. We were already on our way when we first got introduced to cell phones and smart technology and so forth and so on.
And if you just want to open your mouth just a fraction and just blow it out gently, that's it. You guys nice and relaxed. That's doing fantastically.
The cast consists of 2 different types of silicon and is finished off with a traditional plaster shell.
1, 2, 3.
What in the fuck?
Well done.
The whole process needs to be quick, as after 20 minutes the heat becomes intolerable.
Whip that off. That's great. And that's a great cast. You did really, really, really well.
Great, thank you.
While while the team will need to turn silicon into something
Oh
that
my
resembles
God.
a bigger challenge will be to create its
This
mind.
is the
For that,
future.
the robot needs artificial intelligence.
While people talking about everything else,
Computer scientist
look at,
has a machine.
see, I talk about the AI and I talk about the smart computer. This is what this is. This is the algorithm right here. This is what is controlling every source of data collection and all of the world that's connected to this grid that they got us attached to. Every time I speak of AI, every time I speak of the supercomputer, just imagine one of these in a certain building. And this is just one of them. It's a lot of different multi-billionaires that have these smart computers and have these AI algorithm, what should I call it? It's like a living organism, literally. Why do you think all that shit connected? Everything does something else and gathers information and processes it on a different algorithm flow to give a different statistic of the future. This is why they already are. This is why we already in the future, because they already know what the future has to offer, and this is what they try to have in store for the future, as far as a more synthetic version of the people that they are using to build all of this shit. This is why people don't understand. Same people that's building this shit and smiling about it, the robots is gonna be the ones that take over y'all jobs. They're gonna be replacing y'all. There's no way around it. They know that. That's why they put it the way that they put it in certain different motion picture movies.
In having the capability to make a human-like decision.
Human-like decision. Most people are just making human-like decisions. We're not really making the natural choice. We're not really making authentic choices. We're just making the human-like decision. If we thirsty, we'll go get some pop. If we hungry, we'll go to McDonald's. If we feeling lonely, we maybe get some, get on social media and try to get some attention. See, those are just human-like decisions. They're not human decisions. Those are not. None of those are really real decisions. They're just human-like because we're able to do those type of things. I'm gonna cap it off there. Revolution versus evolution. Take one. Keep it a star for the star now. We gone.